Hi there, this is Melanie Tanko, and welcome to the fourth in our web series, How to Protect Your Practice Against Targeted Threats. In this episode, we'll cover what a targeted threat is and give you a recent example of how damaging it can be. A targeted threat attack is one that seeks to breach security measures of a targeted individual or organization. Usually, the initial attack conducted to gain access to a computer or network is followed by a further exploit designed to cause harm or more frequently steal data. Social engineering deals with the techniques of manipulating the user's psychology by exploiting trust. Social engineering often exploits a user's poor understanding of technology, as users are unable to determine and fail to understand the attack patterns used in targeted attacks. Social engineering is one of the predominant components of targeted attacks because it helps to initiate the attack. Phishing emails can also be part of a targeted attack. We discussed this earlier in episode 2. Vulnerabilities in websites and software components, both known and unknown, can be exploited as a part of an attack. The most virulent exploits are based on zero-day vulnerabilities for which details are not publicly available. They are often a component of an effective targeted attack. In an example of a CFO being the target of a threat, an attacker emailed Finance Email Group and got a response that showed that the CFO was out for 2 weeks on vacation. The attacker did more research on the CFO and found out his backup at the office. She was new to the position. The attacker sent her a direct email from the CFO's address and asked her to transfer some money from some corporate accounts to the attacker's accounts. She was told to keep all of this very confidential, and she followed their directions to a T. Money was transferred, and no one but the attacker and the victim of the target were aware it was even happening. It wasn't until a spelling error was discovered in the emails that led to the discovery of the attack itself. So, how are we going to avoid targeted threats? Perform the required security risk assessment. This is a vital first step in understanding the threats facing your practice. Set strict policies for any financial or patient data requests or transfers. When in doubt, ask someone else to verify. Having strong checks and balances will go a long way when preventing these threats. To reduce the impact of social engineering attacks, ensure that end users do not have administrative access. And when IT administrator access is required for system administration, perform these functions on isolated systems that are not used for email or web browsing. Implement security information and event management capabilities, or SIEM. The monitoring and analysis of the output of security controls is as important as the operation of the security controls themselves. Targeted threats are real. The attackers will do background research on you and your organization to get what they want. It makes no difference if your practice is big or small, everyone is a target. So pay attention to every email, and if a request seems unorthodox, make sure to scrutinize it. Educate yourself and your employees. As is the same when I wrap up these episodes, knowledge is your best weapon against would-be attackers. Thanks again for joining us, and please check out our site, www.kypher.com, for the latest news updates and information. We have an exciting summer coming with many new announcements. Stay tuned.